Do you remember when we sent you the first final chapter and we said, "Okay, here you go. This is the beginning of your audiobook." And you were able to sit and listen to it cleaned up and the misspeaks removed and the extemporaneous sounds and it was sharpened up. What was your what was your reaction to hearing your narration of your audiobook for that first time?
Yeah, that's sometimes uncomfortable for me, believe it or not. Um, yeah, listening, going, Lord, please help me not to find a mistake that they missed, because I got to go back and do it. Um, I I appreciate I appreciate what people say they hear, because I don't know what you hear. I don't know what other people hear. So I appreciate being able to share whatever that is that resonates with their souls. I'm thankful. I'm thankful and listening to it, thinking that somebody's going to be driving down the road listening to this, or somebody's going to be sitting on the beach with their headset on or ear pods, whatever it is. That's it's very humbling. It's very humbling, and I'm thankful for the opportunity. Um, Now, the parts in the book that are difficult for me to read, and there were times that I was reading parts of the book when resharing or sharing the stories of things that have happened to me. And I don't know that I've wanted, no, I know I have not wanted to go listen to that part. I've not listened to it all the way through.
Hmm.
Do you know that? I haven't
Yeah,
listened to
I
it all the
I
way through.
didn't know that.
No.
We
So there may be some mistakes in there, but I don't know.
yeah. We
I
we
know they're not.
knew
I know they're not, but I have not listened to it all the way through.
yeah. We knew that the the process of reading this aloud was difficult. There would be times we would get a recording from you and kind of to peel back the curtain for to let people see the behind the scenes for a minute. You just read in its entirety and when you made a mistake, you signified that and to us on the recording and then you went back and reread the section. If you needed to take a moment to get a sip of water, we heard that and we clipped that out so that the final product doesn't have it. But there were also times where you clearly needed to step back to reground, and you would break into a hymn or you would just start a prayer. It was something to take you out of the moment and the gravity of the story that you were relaying and be able to get yourself back on track to continue. So we knew it was a greater challenge than just dealing with the technological end. It's a soul searching project.
That still that's why there were times when you would send something back that I needed to reread, and it was answering a moment in my present life.
Wow.
So those were the times. It wasn't even so much um, what had happened, but it's still life is still happening. The trials and tribulations are still here, but I found the answers. It's like it was orchestrated. Let me feed you back the words that you wrote, the words that you're telling other people. Let me give them back to you, Pamela, because you need this right now. And that's what those moments were. It's like my the mistakes were made knowing that I was going to need this in a couple days. And that's what you would hear.
Wow. That's There is no such thing as a coincidence, right?
Right, right,
Yeah.
right,
Wow.
right.
So, Pamela, I know after all of this conversation about this book and your background and your journey, uh, people are going to want to jump on and take this journey with you. How do they find you out in the big social media and internet world?
Well, as you mentioned, we were meeting once a month. The Peace and Healing Through Forgiveness Facebook group. You can go and join that group and share as you would like to share, but also a place that you can ask questions. Um, that is at Peace and Healing Through THRU Forgiveness. My website is pameladmarshall.com. My campaign website is pamela4sheriff.org, the number 4 sheriff.org. Um, I want to be able to have these talks with people individually, but on a larger scale to help as many people as possible. I'm actually looking forward to leading those that are in the jail to peace and healing through forgiveness. One of the challenges with our jails today is 65% of the people at any given time in any jail in the country, they have mental illness. And a lot of it is from trauma. So if I can start the peace and healing through forgiveness by working with those that are in the Alachua County Jail, there's my congregation. The recidivism rate, 99% of the recidivism rate is with people with mental illness. Imagine me being able to have workshops in my jail on forgiveness and be able to help people heal. And when they walk out those doors, they are determined and they now have been able to break the shackles of the trauma that they've experienced. 40% of the women that are in jail today have experienced some form of rape or sexual assault. Their souls are tormented. And then when they act out, one woman that I actually talked to, um, she was in an abusive relationship, but they were in public. And when she had a moment and she lost it on him, it was recorded.
Mm.
Well, she went to jail for that, but she experienced all of the, I don't know how long she had been in the relationship, an abusive relationship, but she ended up going to jail because, she's going to hit him before he hits her because she's been abused so much. So people that are, we are, America is incarcerating trauma. We are incarcerating trauma. And there's no study from Harvard, Yale, Mayo Clinic, Kellogg Foundation that says putting people in cages because they have experienced trauma and mental illness as a result of the trauma and drug and substance abuse as a result of the trauma, put them in a cage is not going to cure it. And we're spending millions of dollars every year incarcerating people that need to be healed. And we are calling ourselves the greatest country in the world. And we're making money on the backs of people who are experiencing severe trauma. Every 68 seconds in this country, somebody is raped. There's so much forgiveness that needs to take place. So much forgiveness that needs to take place. So, that's one of the things that I'm looking forward to as sheriff, being able to connect with the people that are there, being able to help heal the people that are there. And then that healing will help to heal their families. And then we're building a model for how communities can operate across the country. Great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them, is the first line in the book, The Art of Forgiveness. That's from Psalms 119, verse 165. When we get to a place that nothing offends us because we understand that you can't change a fly from being a fly, when you understand that there is always something that's trying to prevent good from happening. Always. When you understand it from that perspective, it's not coming at you, it's coming at the good that you are about to do. So you got to keep doing the good.
Right. You know, Pamela, your book may have a back cover, but it clearly is not finished. You have so many more and new and exciting chapters that you are going to enter into. It is going to
Mhm.
be so much fun to watch the continuation of your journey. And for those of you listening today, please visit PamelaDMarshall.com. Figure out how you can follow Pamela in this incredible journey. I know that if you go to her website, you may even be able to get yourself an autographed copy of The Art of Forgiveness.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
so, Pamela,
Or if there are things happening in your area and you'd like for me to come and speak,
yeah, yeah,
I
that's,
would love to find a foundation that would sponsor me to speak on college campuses around the country, because this is where the damage starts to happen in these early years.
yeah,
From August to September is considered the red zone on college campuses. That's when the most rapes and sexual assaults happen. And to arm young people with what we're not telling them so that they can get through this very, very uncomfortable period in their lives so that they can move past it. And my story of being raped and having an abortion is part of this forgiveness journey.
yeah.
I didn't even mention that, did I?
No, no. And um, there's so much to your book that we didn't even touch on. There's so much more for listeners and readers to be able to just dive into and get so enveloped in. So it's a great book. And I think there are no such things as coincidences. So, to those of you listening today, at least one of you has a connection to make Pamela's next chapter happen. There's going to be a connection to a college that's going to come through, Pamela. I have no doubt it's the way things work.
Yes.
Pamela D. Marshall, I want to thank you so much for coming on today. The book is called The Art of Forgiveness, An Expression of Peace. It is available on Amazon, audible.com, Apple Books. It is in Kindle edition, it's in paperback, it is in audio narrated by the author, Pamela D. Marshall. Pamela, thank you so much for your time today.
Oh, Scott, thank you so much. I'm really, really happy that we were able to do this. Thank you for the invitation.